directly onto E is blocked off for the enemy team. But we are live here finally with a little bit of CP Steel, Menace to Society versus Gangsta Gang Gaming.
MTS on defense first. Let's see what kind of play they like to do. Looks like they're just gonna have their engineer setting up mini sentries at B with UKM here roaming around, and otherwise looks like everyone else is over here on A.
Yeah, just give a little bit of third person here so we can see what the defense is. Jero's going to stand on this forward shack here. Panic, Zalox, and Harblue set up behind the point right now. Harblue currently aliased as my bike. That means everyone else is going to be stacked over either at the E or B side of the map right now. Zalox has a nice sticky trap up on that pipe right here. We'll see what offensive decisions Gangsta Gang make. Looks like Mela's going to go out over the roof here. Gets jumped by Adamus, who shoots his own rocket into the little bridge pillar there. Fractures out so aggressively, takes a ton of damage. Cleaned up by Panic. UNF's trying to go over the cliff. Raz is moving into position. The scout is pressuring out. Raz going to eat that pipe. Zalox kills Jav. Can Raz even go for a kill here? UNF's going to throw some pipes over the top of this area onto the MTS combo. This is a very aggressive hold for MTS, and they're staying so far forward on this point. Panic getting some nice damage off. Zalox going to get onto that spy. See nothing really happening on B. Jera's in position to go for a medic stab as well. Uber's going to be popped out here onto Fracture, though, and he is moving up aggressively. Jera takes down that engineer and the gun. MTS are still holding on point with their good buddy Zalox. He's going to be moving forward now, getting air blasted away by this Pyro. But they've gotten a pretty good trade here, and they still have the enemy on the low ground. Zalox has some opportunity to spam. It's just not really coming out so well. Fracture gets the kill into UKM, and slow down on the action here as Adamus goes in for the bomb and gets air piped a little bit.
Yeah, impressive sort of back out from GG. You know, it's very common, Harblue milked this Uber for so long, it's very common for a lot of teams to get sort of sucked up and overcommit and run straight into Harblue's counter push.
Yeah, and you see right now, MTS knowing they don't have Uber and that it'll be a bit before they can get it, they just give up A. That's the common play. The Pyro backburner attempt comes out from Geosis, and we can see Jero standing right behind that wall. I do want to get to his camera right here and see what he's going to do. This gate's going to open very slowly, and there are a lot of ways you can attack right now, but Jero's going to eat that rocket. Does the soldier know he's here? Just gets the free kill on a melee and runs away. Pretty smart play from him. Takes one player out of the game. Is able to rotate quickly. That Uber's going to come out from Gangsta Gang onto B here. The Heavy's taking the bulk of it, getting good damage on the demo and Heavy here, but it's not going to matter. Zalox has such good spam on them. The medic takes a ton. Pyro is down, so is the demo. Zalox still looking for this. Adamus is going in as well, trying to make some cleanup action happen here, and I can't find his keybind. The spy's going to go in. Raz gets cleaned up by that Pyro and Sentry Gun. Slim advantage here for Gangsta Gang right now, Pudding.
Yeah, I was a little surprised they decided to push in through that particular entrance straight away. MTS had absolutely zero people watching the sort of AE flank route, and if GG had just rotated from there and pushed behind them, it would have been a much better push.
And we see the Jav and Mela right now are trying to take on this flank, but Geos is doing great work on the Pyro to hold them back. Panic's going to get that cleanup kill on a Fracture. Zalox moving forward right now with some huge spam on all that sniper. Moonshell being denied completely and taken out of the fight here. But that Uber's coming up so close right now for Gangsta Gang. UNF getting pressured by Panic, who is so far forward. Uber is up, but they're down 2 players. Might not want to move into such an aggressive defense here. That ECAP's going to be started, though. And look at Raz. He's hiding out in the basement area trying to bait something out, but I think the scout UCAM has just spotted him, so that probably will not lead to a whole lot. We'll see this wrangled sentry just completely denying any attempt from UNF to get into this fight here. He's going to have to back it off. Zalox doing great spam into that spawn corridor here. Medic's going to go down. Seabass eats that final sticky. Adamus is there at E to help clean up everything else. Raz is down, 5 dead. We do see Cole has gotten a wrangled mini sentry up at the E spawn putting. This is usually pretty good to help ward off the defenders as they come back to E, but he gets headshots.
Totally. I'm looking if they have a teleporter back here as well. Because it's not even a choice for Gangsta Gang at this point. They have to start pressuring this E entrance because so far they've Ubered in twice and barely even made it up the little hill here.
Yeah, one thing that's really important about E is that it existing means you can pressure it so well and just make so much happen on the other points. One of the common strategies is just start pressuring E after you cap A and see what your team can do from there. We see Seabass is going to get body shot by the MTS sniper Marissa right now, tagged up as Kevin's bike, and that's going to hurt the aggression here from Gangsta Gang very much so. Words are escaping me for some reason. Zalox is going to move forward with this buff, start spamming on this Heavy. Fracture drops to the low ground. Zalox has nothing loaded, but Fracture is so weak, is going to get cleaned up here in the end.
Yeah, when Gangsta Gang was pressuring E for a little bit there, Zalox decided to go over there and rotate to to clear that cap off. You know, if they can keep pressuring E, maybe Zalox will rotate back a few more times and they can get in a much cleaner push.
Yeah, we see right now, actually, Monochromatic Bunny, the Pyro for Gangsta Gang, is running that detonator. Meanwhile, Panic's going to get headshot. Jero is going to die as well, so 2 down, and Raz moving in position, but this counter Uber, this actually offensive Uber is going to come out from Zalox and Hardblue here. Medics are going to get caught out in a bad position and die instantly, so this is going to work out wondrously. Pyro is taking a lot, as well as this heavy spam is going to come up, but Raz is behind, gets that nice backstab off, and Hardblue going for the Uber Saws. Did get 1 swipe there, so we'll have an even bigger advantage. And speaking of weird Pyro loadouts, Geosis has the Scorch Shot. Gangster are flooding pretty heavily into the B point right now, but Zalox is up. That Uber is getting closer and closer, and with Zalox's spam, they should be able to hold this off long enough to get Uber, but not if Moonchild gets the headshot. Marissa will take him down in retaliation, but UNF now has some heals stacked on him. He's trying to get some offensive spam up from the low ground. That big bomb from Atomisk is going to try and come in here. Only really doing damage to the soldier. Gets taken down by Raz back at spawn with that Ambassador jab moving up as well. Lots of action here. That Uber's coming, and so is Zalox's spawn. I would expect to see Zalox moving onto this instantly once he's in position to get heals.
Yeah, Geos is interesting on Scorch Shot. I'm not sure if he's trying to knock people off of E or what.
Here it comes. Looks like Zalox is moving forward. The Uber's been popped off. Pyro's not in a position to do anything. The pipes are coming out. Will Seabass go down? He's taken so much damage here. 1 sticky to deny him, but he is going to live for now. Fracture will get headshot, and we'll see what kind of counter push Gangsta Gang can come up with. Jab is taking on UKM. The Uber is going to come out. Jab with a double kill onto the Pyro. Zalox is well out of the fight right now, though. Jero is in behind, so that's something to worry about for later. MTS might not even want to give this up with how aggressive they are. Jero's going to take down Moonchild. Bunny's on the point, eating that body shot from Marissa, is trying to light her on fire up in the window. Here comes Mela's jump. They're still committing quite a bit to this. Mela's going to have to go now for the kill onto Marissa, but she has already backed it up a little bit, and Jero is going to be taken down, so that spy play doesn't work out quite so well.
Yeah, you know, that's pretty much just how a lot of these defenses fold, is the numbers advantage become too strong for the defending team to handle.
So we see right now, I'm going to get a pop-up. That should have been turned off. That's on my config. That's weird. I can literally see the command on my config right now, but whatever.
Geos is coming in for a huge flank on Seabass right now.
There's too many plays around. Zalox is going to move in with his Uber, though. He knows the damage is coming out here. He's getting great spam on a Seabass. All 3 kills so far for Zalox.
Seabass was at 98 or 99. Bad luck.
That was very well timed. That kind of coordination is so good to have. One thing that a lot of Highlander teams seem to lack is just saying, I'm going to go in right now. You guys should come help me. Geosis walked in and Zalox got a ton of spam. UKM taking that 1v1 right here. The Scout does jump on E, but gets headshot as he jumps away. Jero's a very, very high-skilled spy. Maybe not quite as well known as some of the other ones like Stabby Stabby, or not quite on the level of Pulse, but he is damn good. One of the top 5 in this game. Zalox is holding on the low ground to C right now, getting some spam up into his gate. We'll see that Unf is there as well, and is trying to get some spam off of his own. The Ubers are actually even despite Seabass going down. Unf is getting great spam onto Hardblue right now, down to 50 HP. Wants to snipe him. He's on 6. He's on 9. Can he survive here? They back him up very far. He is on 22. Oh my god, Hardblue has lived. They've given up a lot to do this, but that means they'll still have their Uber. The soldiers come in from the side, though. Mela, he is behind the enemy team at the spawn right now, so Hardblue having to eat that sandwich, hug that dispenser on point, do whatever he is doing right now. We should see the Uber come out very shortly here from UNF. He's getting great low ground spam. The heavy pops out on him. Panic forces that Uber. UNF's going to back it off. Re-push from the low ground. Zalox is just low life right now. Going to get killed here, actually. And Gangsta Gang look like they have taken C. It's a matter of if Hardblue can get out right now. Panic is caught in, just giving his life, so Harb can't escape. But MTS, man, they're not really done at any point. They still want to contest this. Look at this. The offensive mini-sentry coming up here.
But now that Zalox has gone down, it's going to be really difficult for them to even attempt a retake of C right now, especially without an Uber.
Yeah,
so they should be wisely backing up to D.
Took a look at the points really quickly. Marissa's having a good game so far for MTS, but the offensive team having some nice performances out of both Moonchild, Melee, and UNF. We see Jabs going into D here. Did manage to take down Atomisk. Is very low. The reflect kill from Geosis. Raz in position, though. And Raz, very, very talented spy. He's sitting here. He's waiting for that pick. Moonchild is the distraction. The bait. Panic's going to die. Making a double onto MTS's light off. Fracture will get counter headshot by Marissa. Then Seabass goes down to Jero. But here comes Mela on the flank. I don't think they know he's there. He jumped in the basement below C. He's going to move in on this medic. Gets one nice direct, and here comes Zalox's Uber. That should be the death of Mela. Maybe of Moonchild as well. UNF is down. The level 3 sentry here. Zalox can get this very easily around this corner. But the heavy is there denying him. UCAM comes in to assist his good buddy. And now they need this gun down right now. This is a very good position for the offensive team to hold here. Zalox gets great spam out. Pyro, NG rushes in. Cole takes down Zalox. Raz was pressuring E at the same time. And Harblue actually dies
just
to
narrowly
Jab.
goes down.
Yeah, Harblue died to Jab they're putting.
Oh, that'll... Whoa, we have Panic trying to make a flank. Yeah, wow. Interesting plays all around.
Yeah, and right now they're going to start the E capture with UNF. Fracture and the combo are moving into D still. Melee's trying to come in from the flank. This is a little interesting. Seabass just now rotating it over UNF. But look at this flank coming in from Atomisk and I believe UKM are trying to move in from the side here. 5 times stacked on E. Melee has spotted this out very well. Marissa's going to get a headshot onto Fracture. Atomisk now spamming this point. They need Zalox to come in. He's getting good spam on them, but the sniper's denying him so well. People have jumped off of the point for Gangsta Gang. The headshot's going to go on to Panic. UKM is chasing up. But Raz is going in for the medic. Oh, he gets caught on his head. And it looks like Harblue's actually running crit streak here. Raz goes for the stab right now. Zalok's going to back this up. The Uber's going to come out here. That E spawn is still held, so Fracture might not be able to do a ton here. He's going to deny them, but there are 4 up for MTS right now. This is still a pretty solid time at the moment. Moonchild's going to get a snipe onto Jero, but Jab is just on this point. Fracture's in position to deny. Zalox, crits is going to be popped. 3 kills! Oh, Seabass, Raz, and Bunny down. Zalox will get killed by Melee here, who gets a double onto Panic, trying to make it a triple onto the Engineer, taking a ton of damage down to 55, and Jab is back on that point. Actually, it's UNF and Fracture right now. Scout's still coming. There are 3 alive for MTS, so this should be the ghetto game over.
Yeah, great aggression from Gangsta Gang all around. You know, they kept just funneling in. I'm surprised they didn't go for a D capture, especially when MTS had lost so many numbers. You know, it really helps them. You know, it closes off that crucial D sort of E spawn that overlooks the point, and makes the E capture so much easier. But you know, they were able to pull it off anyway.
Yeah, so we see there, for those uninitiated with Seal, you don't have to cap all 5 maps. They ignored D, the door capture point, and still managed to get E. From what I've seen, this is an okay time, maybe erring on the side of better than it is bad. I've seen sometimes as low as 5 minutes. I've seen it go all the way up to like 17, I think was the worst I've seen so far.
Yeah, 10:51's pretty solid time. But one thing I will note, MTS is definitely a lot better in their offense than they are in their defense, so I wouldn't be surprised if they beat it straight out.
Yeah, very possible. We'll have to see what they do. Didn't get a great look at the defense here because I was coughing a lot, but there are a lot stacked on A for Gangsta Gang right now. Zalok's going to move out this lower, wants to clear it. The Sticky's going to go from UNF, take down Panic here. Zalok still wants to move, doesn't have heals on him, going to take that full health pack. Melee's jumping up top right now, but Zalox with his medic on him is going to start moving. They see this soldier. That force should come up very soon. There it is. Zalox moves on the point, hitting some big pipes here, but hasn't had a follow-up yet. And they're not really going to do a damn thing with this. Not even getting the force off here. And that should be a counter push. Here's Fracture on the low ground. Drops down trying to chase this demo man. Zalox is going to make it out to his spawn, though. And now Panic, stuck behind the rock, is just going to die very... That was the longest Uber ever. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, with Panic, or... with Panic going down at the beginning of the fight there, and Atomisk was on like 50 health, you know, it was just an Zalox Uber, and he just couldn't do near enough damage. They really need more people on that Uber.
Atomisk goes in, hits 2 nice rockets onto UNF, makes it 3 to take him down. Marissa very low here, pressure coming from the high ground out of Melee. Fracture's going to hop in, get 2 kills. UKM's on him though, hasn't taken a lick of damage. And Seabass went down to the Sticky's side, but Raz is in position. Will he be able to get Hardblue? I don't think he has been spotted yet. That Pyro's going to die. They now know that Raz is here, so he should be able to get a whole lot else. And that level 3 sentry is committed to A, so this is very interesting out of Gangsta Gang.
Yeah, Cole really should have picked up a sentry and moved back to B, because now with Seabass going down and this gun and Cole are about to go down as well, so, you know, if they don't pick it up, they could very well lose A and B.
Yeah, but somehow MTS lost Zalox there, got separated from the Uber, and now UNF is doing work on the point, spamming stickies and pipes off. Panic has to fight a 2v1 for his life, and it's not going to work. Hardblue is very low, taking down the double kill from UNF there. Geosis and Harb are dead. So the A defense, which I've never ever seen work ever, going pretty well for Gangsta Gang.
Hey, maybe that gun really did a lot of work as well. Maybe it was just so unexpected. It's sort of a strange placement. I don't think I've ever actually seen a gun placed there.
Yeah, that's kind of what you would see in a pub, honestly, as kind of a secondary backup gun. Weird positioning, weird defense from Gangsta Gang, but it's working. And I've heard that they kind of rely on some strange strategies in most of their games, or at least on Barn Blitz. That seemed to be the case from what people told me. I didn't get to see the game personally, but maybe they'll just commit to this. And because of the time ticking down here, the more time is wasted, the more likely it is that we see MTS have to push through to E. But right now they're still going to keep pressuring A. Could getting some good spam off here. Marissa is down, but Moonchild will die as well. Panic's going to get a free kill on a Fraxu. Jumped on top of Panic's head. This Uber should come out here. UNF's going to be the recipient of it. Can't find him. Actually, no, it's Mela.
Yeah, UNF and Fracture both went down. It's a really bad Uber from Seabass. Like, he needs to get out quick.
Yeah, and Zaylox is getting good spam on this gun. Once again, Pyro is there to defend it, deflect, but it's not going to matter. Look at the E-cap, though. Yeah.
Light off and UKM here, about half capped on E.
Yeah, the level 3 sentry
so level
doing
3
work.
finally goes down. There's a lot of cap time, so they should clear this up, but in the meantime, you know, they're going to be hard-pressed to put a defense up on B.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's so much cap time on E, they really can't do anything about that now. It can just tick down. And it looks like MTS are going to go for some huge aggression here. They're going to shove their combo in through E. But UNF with a great sticky trap prepared for it is spamming out Harblue as well. Panic died. I think Harblue is actually alone right now as Pyro will make it over to him. The B cap is started, but this could be a great pinch here. Cole's going to get headshot. That spam is coming out, but the Pyro is there. Light Off is in behind right now, throwing up a sentry gun to help them earn this B cap. I think the Uber did come out from Harblue, just haven't seen who it's on yet. Panic's going to take the teleporter. They have a teleporter set up at the top of B. Spies onto the medic, but Raz gets cleaned up. The Uber's going to come out from Gangsta Gang, and they're trying to move aggressively on this point with Fracture, but he's just too slow to get in position. Gets launched forward by Zaylox, who then instantly pipes him. Stab's going to go from Jero onto UNF. Seabass is going to die late in that fight to Panic, and it's only 2 alive. Cole and Moonchild. Where is Moonchild right now? He's looking at the point. Gets the headshot onto Harblue. Might be a round saver there.
Yeah, that could save them C easily.
And with how fast...
great scrappy sort of fighting from MTS there.
With how fast they took B after the time it took A, they kind of made up for it.
Yeah, I mean, they had that solid Uber advantage from Seabass's force over on A.
Yeah, and Seabass actually went down, so even though Harblue got headshot at the end of that, it won't matter a lot. No, never mind, it won't matter at all because Seabass gets headshot, killed again. Marissa's up top right now using the Machina, gonna look for Cole. Jero's gonna go down to Melee. We're gonna see what Marissa can do here. Set up in this nice position as her combo protecting her is just gonna try and take this NG down. Headshot's gonna go, so no level 3 is gonna go up here. Moonchild's getting his counter snipes off. Fracture and Mela are dead, and we're gonna see Raz trying to make a sneaky little play wrapping around through C here.
And both snipers really doing work right now.
Yeah, Moonchild's ripping kids right now. He's looking up top. Raz gonna get killed in that lower area. Moonchild wants the heavy, wants the medic, has no idea where to look. I think we're gonna see a crits Krieg being run by Seabass on defense. The Uber has been popped by MTS, so if Harblue doesn't die here, or if Seabass doesn't die, rather, this will be a crits advantage, but I don't know if it's really going to matter. Moonchild gets one more headshot onto Panic. The Pyro is still deflecting away Zaylox's spam, but this should be a C-cap very easily for MTS here. There should not be much contest coming out. We see the medic on the fire as well.
Kritzkrieg, yeah, I'm surprised. I'm curious to see how much work it's going to do, especially with UNF kind of wandering around. I'm not even sure where he is anymore.
Right now, he's oversticking the D corridor, but I think MTS aren't even going to bother with this. They're going to go straight for E, and this Kritzkrieg could work wonders for Gangsta Gang on E right now. It's going to be popped. UNF drops UKM and Jero. Bridges are not fully extended yet, so he's going to have some more time to get some snipes off. Geosis tries to push forward. Marissa's going to die. Zaylox is still in this fight, getting launched to the pit. He has stayed alive. Look at this precarious position. Zaylox
two great picks by Jero, though.
Zaylox tried to make his way back, but is maybe not too familiar with the map, couldn't find his way out. UNF's getting spam on a Harblue on the lower, but Harb is going to be able to make it back out, and UKM is capping D. Mela is here to spam that entryway. UKM's dodging. Pyro's going to eat some damage, should go down here. Taken down in the end. Sniper is peeking on UKM, gets a nice headshot. Moonshell with a big play there. Will deny that D aggression, and UKM meanwhile is cleaning up a little bit, taking away the flank presence here, but Zaylox has now caught him, eats a pipe for his efforts though. Can't get any more spam on him. Zaylox going to jump away and try and regroup with his enemy team, or with his own team rather.
Yeah,
Fracture
GG
with the big
really
flank.
Yeah, GG really not playing together too well. Fracture's kind of wandering around in spawn. I'm not even sure where UNF is, because I don't see him near Seabass.
Fracture
And yeah,
just,
MTS is just gonna walk into D because the defense from Gangsta Gang is so discoordinated right now.
Fracture actually hopped out of spawn and killed Hardblue there as Hardblue was walking past alone. Very bad play from MTS. They look like they will get D very easily here now, though. They've taken out a lot of players as well. Seabass does have that Uber, but Marissa is in position to go for some snipes here. Sees that spy. Sees the medic. Headshot Seabass instantly. Moonchild will take her down, but it is too late. Seabass's Uber is gone. Raz wants to go for something here. Gets air blasted away by that Pyro. Surfs it back on. Is going to actually fall off below. Oh, Raz with a nice save here, but it is cleaned up by the engineer. And the cap is going to be started. UKM and the Pyro on it. So much is happening right now. UNF has to get great spam here, but he's eating a ton of damage because MTS have just flooded from every angle right now. UNF is very low. Zalox not in this fight yet. He's actually going from a strange angle. Have to see what Fracture can do now. He's got that high ground. Eats the big headshot off of Marissa. No cap time here yet from MTS, but they are so far ahead right now, it might not matter. They have their Uber. They should be able to use that to take down everything, especially since Gangsta Gang have this very weird position up here. They're all stacked with their little gun. Uber's going to come out from Zalox, getting good spam off. Seabass getting juggled away. Will the pipe take him down? He's standing on so many rollers. They're starting the cap right now. UKM's into D on top of the medic. Takes down Seabass. Big plays out of him. Light Off is holding off the choke with Panic. It's 3 alive. Fracture is going to try and cover this upper area, but they know he's here. Hardblue gets the Uber saw swipe off. It's just Jav and Raz. Jav is flanking him behind the point. Headshot by Jero. Taken down, and Raz, he is in no position to defend this. He's going to have to come from the basement and go for a miracle. We see 4 spawns coming, but there is nothing that will happen here. This cap is going to go to MTS.
A great final push from MTS there. You know, not only did they Uber straight up into their spawn door, but they also had UKM and someone else flanking from behind. Make sure Seabass didn't get out alive. So great overall offense from MTS there.
Yeah, we can take a look at the scoreboards here real quick. Zalox, Jero, Marissa doing huge work over for MTS. Meanwhile, the big action on the other side coming from Moonchild, UNF, and Menace. So the Snipers having some great games so far. We'll see the team swapping over so that MTS will be attacking first this time. And they showed a little bit of their hand to Gangsta Gang there. We'll see what can happen next time.
Yeah, hopefully GG is a little more prepared for MTS's offense this time around. Hopefully UNF and Fracture can stay together more and keep Seabass alive. And hopefully Seabass can maybe try and stay out of some of those sniper sightlines. He got domed 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah, Seabass was not staying alive very often. And Hardblue was... I would not be surprised if Hardblue had several more Ubers in him, maybe 5, 6 more in that round, just off of the fact that Hardblue didn't die a whole lot. And just leveraged his... as MTS always do, like, Hardblue will die for the effort if he needs to, but MTS leveraged their heals so well that Hardblue's probably going to stay alive in the end anyway. We're just waiting for everyone to swap teams right now. Taking a look at the scoreboard again just to see what was going on in that first round that went to MTS. Not really anything else too interesting on the scores here. Mela's outperforming Atomisk by a decent margin, but I don't know, Zalox...
Jero's doing a lot more work than Raz's at the moment.
Yeah, especially because most of Raz's kills seem to not be the most high priority targets. He did have a nice double stab onto the Heavy and Engineer, but other than that, I haven't really seen him onto the Medic. I haven't seen him onto the Demo or Heavy in crucial situations. It's been more picks where everything's kind of static and it's not really going to matter if he gets the kills. So we'll see what happens.
Jero's picks usually seem to come when both teams are sort of fighting, and he just comes in, picks the medic, and instantly gives his team the advantage in that fight.
Yeah, definitely. But Moonchild and Marissa really have been the story so far, I think. They're just having great games. Moonchild had like a 6 kill to defend B one time. Marissa has headshot Seabass numerous times and has made some nice picks on the Engineer to open up pathways for them to get in. So yeah, pretty nice play from both snipers. I'm liking it. I've been focusing on the snipers more here. I usually kind of ignore them because I always forget which hotkey they are on my STV binds. But we have 9 in the server for both teams right now, so I do expect the live to come soon. Pudding.
Yeah, it's kind of, sort of strange almost. Steel isn't a map that you think Sniper is really powerful and really dominant on, but that's what we have here.
Yeah, it's got weird sight lines, weird angles, everything's kind of cramped. There are long corridors to look down, but really the only time that snipers have any action are on E. And once we got to E, we didn't even see much sniping coming out. We saw one big pick on a Seabass, and that was about it. But I hear the ready up coming out of one team, so would not expect a lot longer delay. There we go. We are live here for the second round of this best of 3 on CP Steel between Menace to Society and Gangsta Gang for UGC Platinum. We'll take a look at what the defense is going to be here for Gangsta Gang. Just go into some free cam, make it a little easier. Look, once again, they're going to have their combo, demo, and soldier holding out at A with the sniper. Cole building a spawn by his sentry, just going to get the quick one up. We'll see where he actually rotates this to. If he goes with the same spot as last time, MTS had a lot of trouble breaking that. Meanwhile, over on B, looks like they have absolutely nothing here. Maybe the spy and scout will just be spotting that to see what MTS do. And Cole still hasn't rotated his gun, so that will be really interesting to see where Cole puts his gun, if it's the same spot, if MTS can handle that spot even better.
Yeah, I think, you know, if he puts it in the same exact spot, you know, MTS will know it's there and, you know, hopefully be a lot more prepared for it.
Yeah, it is in the same spot. We'll take a look at the starting round here. Moonshot's going to be scoped in on this gate. Is going to take down Zalox instantaneously. They're still scoping it out. Looking for that Pyro. Gets Geosis. A double kill for Moonshot to start the round, sitting behind his rock.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if MTS just delayed the push until Zalox comes back up, which he has now. Yeah, Harblue's sitting in spawn.
And Zalox has just come up. Marissa's looking over that rock. Moonchild is still there. They need pressure on him. Panic's health is low. Marissa's peeking out. Knows where Moonchild is and will body shot him to his demise. That Uber should be coming out very soon here. It's 2 down. Jav and Moonchild says the pressure can come on to E. Melee's going to take the high ground. Zalox is moving on a point here, getting that great spam off. UNF is dead. That's a huge pick because that means a ton of pressure is gone. Fracture is going to extend very far. This should be a solo Uber on Panic here. Zalox won't even want to come into this. Fracture's going to try and run away, but his health is not going to be great. Zalox is going to move around the corner. They spot the gun out. They know it's there. Fracture's dead, so no UNF, no Fracture. Zalox wants this spam. He just has to fully reload and get his stickies back in his clip and then go for it. Melee's going to come around
UNF
behind.
finally up. Let's see if they try to contest this. I don't suggest that they do, but Cole is still sitting here with his gun.
Yeah, and UCAN was actually pressuring E there. That cap is going to go. MTS lost a few players to do it, including Harblue early in that exchange, but Seabass went down as well, so Harb is going to spawn. Have a slim advantage here. We'll find him and see if he's going with a crit screen. Nope, he's just going to stick to that Uber charge. Advantage won't even matter, but Marissa's peeking out onto B point right now. See what she can find. She sees that engineer, misses the shot, but the gun's going to... That's her own NG, and she shot at him. Confused as I was.
Already set up a gun. You know, I think Cole might still be over at A with his gun. So yeah, they're gonna get cleaned up at B pretty hard.
Yeah, they actually took on UNF and Seabass instantly. Melee's down as well. Zalox is posted up back on the point. Moonchild, though, headshot. He's looking at the medic right now. Horrible is standing still. Moonchild flanking around all the way to the enemy spawn. What a play from him. Another nice headshot. Double there. In fact, going to look for this scout right now, but UCAM will take him down. Seabass's spawn is so long. This is one huge problem if you're the defending team on Steel. You cannot afford medic deaths because even though Seabass died way sooner than Harblue, it did not matter. UNF's now going to go out, but just runs into that sentry gun. Bad play from him. That means that C will now have no demo on it, no heals either, really, as Seabass has just come up. And we'll see MTS start moving their way onto E with their scout. Zalox is already going through D. They're going to pinch. Are they going to go for the E cap here or the pinch through the spawn? I don't even know. Harblue's looking for those aggressive Uber saws. This is very interesting. I haven't seen this out of any team. They just take 2 points and then instantly go for D.
Yeah, they might be just going for a straight E cap here, because they have a lot of players sort of scattered around this E point.
Yeah, and UNF can't even get back. There's pressure on his spawn. He's looking right now. Jared's going to go down to that sentry gun. Pyro's on the point, taking down my Melee. Just Melee's in a good position here to fight this heavy as well. I think Zalox and Harblue are rotating out through the basement, going to go directly to C, but they're in a very bad spot here. If any pressure comes on them, they're going to be in trouble. Zalox wisely starting to build that Uber, knowing that if anything comes, Harblue doesn't quite have it yet.
But great, you know, maybe they didn't intend it to be like this, but great misdirection. You know, by going for E, they've drawn a lot of the defense from GG sort of to that point, and if they push into C right now when Harblue gets his Uber, I suspect just a Pyro and Medic here and a Heavy.
Big misplay from Cole, was carrying his gun as Zalox came in, went down instantly. The counter Uber's going to come out here from Fracture. He's going to be posted up, looking for this soldier. Adamus gets a flash. Fracture trying to fight what he can, but it's so hard as a Heavy to chase anything down. Panic is in as well, takes down the Medic. Didn't even see where he went in from, but a big play out of him, and Zalox will now stack onto this point. It's just 3 alive, Raz, Melee, and Jav. Harblue's going to come away from this with a 50% Uber advantage. Going to get good stack on this capture. I do see that Cole, there are people trying to flank out of the spawn here. Cole's going to eat some damage. But I don't know, not really much that Gangsta Gang can do Seabass just now coming up, 45% Uber for MTS. And they're going to have to flat out these two tiny doors. Panic going to be posted up here on the ground. Anything they commit to this D defense is probably going to go down. MTS just have such a solid hold on it. They really need to start rotating and thinking about E at this point, especially with Zalox on the lower ground. But Melee is going to take down that Engineer, and that Sentry UKM is dead as well. But Zalox is still in position, getting pressured from multiple angles now. The Heavy is going to try and drop, but gets killed by the other Heavy. Pyro drops onto the point for Gangsta Gang. Not going to find anything is Bunny. E is now started. Zalox still in this great position. Seabass nowhere near Uber. UNF is trying to drop out and find some damage as well. UKM's taking the 1v1 over on E, gets the health pack advantage, and that should mean that D goes and UKM just runs instantly over to E. Wisely, Melee has come out to E right now, has his medic with him, or did at least, is going to spot out the spy and take him down. Melee's so hurt. Stack is going to go onto E from MTS here, putting...
Yeah, unfortunately for how this map sort of works, GG really had to contest, throw a lot of players to contesting D, because the way it closes the spawns, it makes it really, really difficult to mount any sort of defense on E once D goes.
And Fracture's in very aggressively right now. Might be the death of him as he's going to see a heavy peek out on him, but look at this, there's a spy going in behind. Raz taken down. Harblue did not die, and this Uber has come out now onto Zalox and Panic here. They're going to start moving aggressively. Zalox is going to move forward. Panic is taken down by the sniper up here, and I'm trying to get to Harblue's cam. He's got some Uber cells off, 3 hits on a Moonchild, so that makes GG's job even harder now. Harblue at 90% is going to get this very quickly, going to run back to the point, and Zalox solo holds this choke. We'll see what the players can do for Gangsta Gang. Run into Zalox's pipes and Sticky's probably not the greatest of ideas, as they all just died. Fracture is up trying to flank around D, but again, the Sticky trap is up. He's going to eat so much damage and die. Raz is the only hope once again. Only player in position, gets caught out by that flare gun. Seabass just going to taunt as he goes to his doom, and we're going to see a fantastic 5-minute 54 time from MTS in the second round.
Yeah, that's really what I meant about, once the offensive team captures D, it makes it almost impossible for the defense to sort of get out onto E, because they have to run around these convoluted flank pathways to get back over to E.
Alright, and for those just tuning in, right now it is 1-0 in favor of MTS, and they have a fantastic round 2 time here. So this could be the end of this map with a 5-54.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Gangsta Gang come up with some sort of, quick E push strategy here.
Yeah, one thing that is problematic about that, though, it's very difficult in scrims to really justify it to yourself E pushes, where you just only go for E. I don't know a single team who's actually really practiced it. They've messed around a little bit with maybe some E pressure, but Gangsta Gang probably gonna have to go for a very quick E push. We see that Marissa rather is already set up on E, looking towards it, waiting for people to come from the B side. And we'll see what their plan of attack here is. It looks like they are going to send their combo through B. And for MTS, this is a quick rotation. The level 3 sentry is up. Might need to pop UNF in to get it. He's just going to rush in, start that spam off. Gun is wrangled, so it takes 12 stickies to get taken down. UKM's going to go in and sacrifice his time just a little bit, and MTS have already rotated. Zalox is coming out with that big spam. Uber's going to be popped here. Light Off's sentry nest is destroyed, but the Ubers were traded. Harblue and Zalox now going to rotate back towards the E side. Panic is caught out, unfortunately, this lower ground. UNF's getting good spam on him, but Panic does eat up some more time. Ubers will be even here after this exchange, but really, what can Gangsta Gang do? UNF's going to get great pressure forward. Harblue has to back it up, so does Zalox. That was a nice timely push from him.
Ooh, Marissa takes down Seabass. That's going to really, really hurt their chances of coming away successfully on this push.
Yeah, and now they're to the point where they have wasted so much time going for this E-cap. They absolutely have to go for the E-cap the rest of the way. UNF's taken out by UKM. There are 4 minutes, 50 seconds left. Gangsta Gang do not have enough time to capture many of the other points. They can maybe just get a free A out of this if they want to get that slight advantage of having a second angle to push from the A side. They do have a level 3 sentry near E, but not set up yet, and Harblue's Uber is up, so I would not be surprised if they know about this for Zalox to just walk right in, have the heavy behind to shoot that Pyro. Zalox going to eat some damage here, but this is a spawn defense right now for MTS. Gangsta Gang have to breach this somehow, and so far are not finding a way. UNF's going to do a smart thing, sticky off this rear spawn for MTS, but I would be really shocked if we see anyone come through there. Panic's going to move in, gets launched away. Zaylock's now walking in onto the gun. Lots of stickies, takes on the engineer. Soldier's taking a ton of damage. Gun is going to die. Seabass caught out, eats a ton as well, down to 62. Is going to get his Uber very shortly, though. I would not be surprised if Harblu just backs this off. If they play this safe, they could even rotate over to the D side right now and see what happens. UNF still watching that sticky trap carefully, hoping somebody walks through it.
Yeah, typically with straight E pushes, it's usually best to cap A first so you have that extra angle to attack from, because now, you know, they're just going to get stuffed up in this choke right now.
Yeah, and right now UNF has to spam onto this sentry gun, gets a lot of damage on it, takes it down, also onto Zaylox. Seabass gets launched into the pit by Geosis. Oh, that's terrible. UNF's going to die. Marissa still has this great sniper position. This is another problem with not taking A. Marissa has free reign up here. Zaylock's going to get a double kill, maybe a triple there. And MTS still set up here. 3 minutes left. There is still plenty of time to capture E. But with no Uber, Harblu having his, what really can Gangsta Gang do? How would you, in this position, putting attack this?
I don't know, it's looking pretty grim. You know, I think after that first push, they sort of sent somebody, you know, engineer something to go cap A in the meantime while they built up their Uber. But really, they're gonna have to focus on getting probably mainly the Pyro, but especially Zaylox down if they want to finish this push.
They're gonna push in with their heavy here, but Panic has that Uber up on him. He's gonna take down Fracture, tries to peek around this corner. Oh god, my camera went crazy. Looks like Panic's doing okay for himself, though, even though I can't actually find him. They did get a few picks there. Not really going to matter. Melee is in behind at C, also with Moonchild there. So Gangsta Gang have realized they need to attack this from multiple angles. I'm just not sure if they're in the right one. Panic's going to eat a ton of damage, taken out solo by the engine because he was not spun up. That Uber is up. What can UNF do now? He's going to get launched into the pit! Oh, he saves himself into the basement, but UK's there for the cleanup. And nothing is going to happen here. Fracture wants this gun, but it's wrangled. What is he really going to do? Get air blast into the pit as well. Lands on that tiny little ledge, but there's so little Heavy can do from down here. Zaylox is going to hit some nice pipes on him, and Zaylox probably laughing his ass off right now at seeing this, and Fracture finally taken out by those stickies, and 2 minutes left. Time is ticking away here for Gangsta Gang, and they're looking like they are up against the wall, and Zaylox is pressuring them so hard right now. Spam's coming out. Zaylox will eat a ton, but they have their Uber. Moonchild does get a kill there, actually a double, but that Uber comes out. UNF is very weak, but oh, Harblu got killed.
Yeah, Harblu dropped, I believe. He had Uber.
I think he went for the Uber saw into UNF and ate that sticky. That is a very Harblu play. But really, is there even enough time left, really?
At this point, he feels like he can just throw away whatever, because it's almost in the bag right now.
Yeah, he went for the extra Uber present there. We see Panic jump out onto the enemy demo. Panic's now fighting everything here. Fracture will clean him up. Zaylox is up with heals, though, and Fracture is extended so far. They have a scout finally on the point. The first bit of capture we've seen here. Seabass going to pop that Uber, but he only has Mela with him, and Mela's so far away. They're tunnel visioning the medic, and they really should not be because Zaylox cannot pinch them off from spawn here. Mela's up top. Harblu has survived, and this Uber has been wasted. Harb gets an Uber saw, a swipe onto Mela there up to 70%, and this looks like it's over, Pudding Cup.
Yeah, it looks pretty over. You know, Mela kind of wandering away, chasing frags, when we really should have been focusing Zaylox, who was cycling back through spawn.
Yeah, and Panic's going to be in here in a little bit of a hiding spot, trying to peek around behind. Did get one kill onto the Heavy. It's just buying time, though. Bunny's going to clean up UKM. There are several players down for MTS, but Zaylox, the triple kill. The Uber's popped out. Raz, UNF, Bunny, and Seabass in quick succession just reloads one pipe and takes down that teleporter as well. And Cole has to go for it, but that's a 5 kill for Zaylox, and that should be the closer. Harblu's getting some Uber style swipes off as well. The Spy is body blocking. Oh, Harblu dies anyway, but is not really going to matter. No heals, no hope right now for Gangsta Gang. Sentry is level 3. Jav is taken out by that wall shot from Atomisk, and that's a GG for GG, Pudding.
Indeed. Definitely impossible to even do anything at this point. People are going AFK, crying to themselves.
That's a shutout on the second round here from MTS. Brilliantly played from them. We see Gangsta Gang actually leaving a little bit early here, but once again, Moonchild was pretty damn good. Marissa made some really clutch headshots. Zaylox, really the story though, went absolutely insane, just got every kill there, but that's really what happens. Gangsta Gang were forced into the point where they had to push E over and over and just could not find a way. Any last thoughts, Pudding?
Yeah, I don't know. I really expected GG to really show some extra prowess from their previous experience on this map, but I guess not.
Yeah, unfortunate for Gangsta Gang. We did have a good first round, and that second round, despite being a shutout, was very intense and interesting. Just maybe not quite what people have hoped for. Thank you guys for tuning into us here at Team Fortress TV for some UGC Platinum Highlander coverage for you. We'll be back next week, tomorrow night, with special guests Huey Lewis and GBB, also known as Golden Brown Bear, the Pyro for Guinea Force, and all-around backup player for BPM, respectively. I'll be doing some late-night casts of some of the STV demos from this night's action. You can find that on my channel at twitch.tv/DearJohnCarter. You can find more Highlander casts every Monday here at about 9:30 or 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Team Fortress TV. But that's about all I have to say for you guys tonight. So thank you for watching us. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that follow button, and we'll see you next time.